I'm Dr. Lee Batcheldor, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future. During the coronavirus pandemic we are currently living through, Ascension River District Hospital, our associates, and the Ascension Michigan family in large are appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor our local sports teams and the live presentation of these events by CTV Cable Channel 6.
Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy Buick GMC. We care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star, guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to St. Clair Saints Varsity Football. John Carter along with Coach Penny White, and another beautiful evening here at East China, Coach. And as we get ready for the game against Warren Woods Tower, the Saints coming off their first victory of the 2020 season as they knocked off Warren Cousino last week, and come into this game at 1-2. And Coach, sounds like the Saints had a good game defensively, and then Ethan White was a monster as running back.
Oh, he absolutely was. He had 23 carries, 158 yards. It was just an outstanding effort, and you know, it's not something he does alone. You're talking about his offensive line involved there with Maddox Moselle and Jack Dolan and Case Peterson.
All right, Warren Woods Tower also at 1-2. As they come into tonight's game, as we wait for the Saints to take the field. Tower successfully took Cousino themselves a couple of weeks ago, and then they lost to East Point and to Roseville over the last 2 weeks. So we got a pair of 1-2 teams, and obviously a key game for both teams as they try to qualify, or I should say everybody qualifies this year for the tournament, but they try to get good seeding and possibly get a home game. Here comes the Saints as they take the field, led by Maddox Moselle. Beautiful night, as we said, for football, just under 70 degrees, perfect fall evening. And we're outside on the roof once again in our penthouse as we get ready to bring tonight's broadcast to you. Saints are led by Luke Ellis, quarterback. And as we mentioned, Ethan White, who had a great game running the football. We are missing a couple players again tonight. Brendan Cole's out. Logan Hurlbert's out.
Nate
Luther's out as well. So Saints shorthanded. And now the Saints line up as we get ready for the national anthem.
Our task is an ongoing fight for freedom of diversity, and our responsibility to promote respect and equality for all. Let us be united in those efforts today as we join together in the playing of our national anthem.
Here we go.
And well, you probably heard there's our first indication we actually have spectators this week. A great start here is the Saints welcome really the first larger crowd they were able to have at the site. 1,000 people now allowed for outdoor events such as football, which is welcome, I know, for a lot of people who weren't able to see the Saints in their last ball game against Grosse Pointe North. And we still have good social distancing, people wearing masks, but many more people in the stands this week, and that makes me feel more like a football game.
That's right. This is different. This seems like football, where the other game we did seemed like, well, it's nice, but it's like watching a practice.
Starter sniper Warwood's Tower
with good uniforms.
Mari Embry. Number 15, Mike.
The Saints will line up to receive the kickoff. Deep is Matt Buslip.
23.
Ethan White's back there. Jaden Simonian as well.
4, David Cheney. 53, Dominic Johnson.
And Warwood's Tower will kick off.
7, Dylan Hill. Number 7.
Waiting for the kicker to actually come out there. And we need a football. Each team gets to have their own kicking football. And Warwood's Tower had hidden theirs, and they have it now. 21 will Xavier Allen will be kicking off for the Titans. And let's see how it goes here tonight. 1-2 teams trying to get back to 500. There's the whistle. Allen approaches the ball. Straight ahead kicker. Don't see many of those anymore. I think that's White over there and hit hard.
Return out to the 32-yard line.
Number 53, Dominic Johnson, hard hit. And stops it at about, let's see, the 33-yard line. Saints will have the ball, as I mentioned. Luke Ellis, quarterbacks for St. Clair. Matt Buslip, one of the wide receivers. Likely see Bo Becker, Ethan White. Ellis takes snap, hands off to White. Gets a little bit of push, but not much there that time. That was number 70, Jarius Perkins. And not a lot of room in the middle of the field. And White comes off a little bit gimpy. He's replaced by Logan Ellis, number 1. And as we mentioned, the Saints have had some injury problems this season, and cannot ill afford to lose Ethan after the first running play of the game. Logan Ellis along with his brother Luke in the backfield. That was kind of a counter action that time. And
Hall with the carry, brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was number 42, Alex Hall, and he kind of twisted his leg underneath him a little bit, and he's coming off.
Very, very aggressive defensive line for Tower.
Good size players up there. And right now, they're winning the line of scrimmage. Bussler splits. Got
too many men in the huddle.
Too many men in the huddle for St. Clair, and that's oh, is he picking it up?
Somebody came off and didn't have to. Timeout.
Timeout, St. Clair. so the first 2 plays have not gone as St. Clair wanted, and I think, as you said, there might have been an extra helmet in the huddle at that point, and the Saints looking to call timeout. No penalty was marked off, but the Saints face a 3rd and 11, and they will have to negotiate that tough Titan front line and have some extra time for Ellis to make it a completion.
Yeah, he really needs time, and they're so aggressive up there. that it's going to have to be something short or quick.
Saints come back on the field. Look for possibly a screen pass or a quick hitter. Becker, Buslip will split out wide. Logan Ellis is deep. Luke gets ready to take snap. Rolls to his left. Looking. And tipped away, but I think that was number 10, it looked like. Omari Embry. And that'll make it a 4th down and 11.
This is a very strong Tower defense. They had that blanketed.
Wasn't anybody open. Luke rolled to his left, but did not find much space there. Number 1, Logan Ellis is deep for the punt.
Embry and Simmons deep.
Embry and Simmons deep for Tower to receive the punt. Low snap, but picked up nicely and boomed.
Nice punt.
Good punt back to the 32, Embry. And quickly tackled at about the 42. And that's where Tower will take over. That was by Matt Buslip with a tackle in the open field. And good special teams there by St. Clair.
Good coverage. Everybody stayed in their lanes.
Number 3, Derek Ostrakis will quarterback the Titans. Omar Embry is their main running back. Omari Embry, I should say. The distinctive pink socks for Tower. They've got a wide split here. 4 wide receivers for Tower. Embry in the backfield, and that was a little twitch by the left tackle, and that'll cost 5 yards. Offensive coordinators hate that. The very first play was a dead ball foul, and that doesn't make for good film viewing after that happens. All right, 1st and 15 now for the Titans.
That's something you're going to hear. See that right there? Let me run it again. See that right there? Yeah.
Yeah. Ostrakis back about 5 yards behind center. Fakes to Embry. Quick snap and a quick slant, I should say, and that was nicely caught.
Nice, there's a wobble, and then he held on to it.
Picks up about 11 yards there, brought down by Buslip. 2nd out.
Kenneth McKissick with the juggling catch, and he gets about almost 10 of that back, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 5. Titans approach the line. Ostrakis with Embry in the backfield. Snap. In motion. Number 12 with some space. Tackled from behind, I think, by Simonian. No, tackled by Owen Gazar. But there's a flag on the play, and I think they've got holding on that wide receiver, Coach.
Yep, that's what it was.
And that negates a big gain as number 13 for Tower.
Well, and as most wide receivers will tell you, that's called a stalk block, and he just has to get in his way. Screen him off like in basketball. He doesn't really have to hold them. The runner's going to go the side his head's on. But sometimes they forget.
The instinct is to go out and grab that uniform,
yep.
and that's what happened there. So I haven't been to Markov yet. Hold on. No, I take that back.
Yeah.
It's because it was downfield. It just moves it back basically to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there they go again.
And they twitched again.
This officiating crew is going by the rigid interpretation, the one sent down by the MHSAA, where the officials are not going to touch the ball.
Oh, I see. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, you may wonder why is the center having the ball in the huddle, but that's why. And one of the many things, as we speak here in our mass, that's different
Yes.
with this football season. Strakis, this time to Embry, got a crease, and good strong run.
Drives the pile, yeah.
And he pushed the pile back, and he gets about 10.
Well, and there's 4 linemen still downfield pushing.
And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about a foot for Warren Woods Tower. That was strong running by Embry that time, and a good push by the offensive line, but that was a lot on the running back shoulders.
It sure was. Yep.
Number 8, Carcoli and McKissick come wide towards our side of the field. Ostrakis with Embry in the backfield. Quick handoff. Embry has it. Nice cut. And he gets about 10. And that's a first down for Warren Woods Tower.
Embry with the carry. It's brought down about the 39.
Ball marked at the 40, 1st and 10. And quick feet by Embry. We saw that a couple weeks ago with the running back from Grosse Pointe North. And hard to defend when the guy's got those quick feet in the hole. But there wasn't a lot of room there, but he found a crease and made good yardage. First and 10 on the Saints 40. Ostrakis now himself, and runs into, it looks like Maddox Moselle. Maddox Moselle with the tackle. Ostrakis gets about 2 or 3 yards. And a lot of these players, because of injuries and just the lack of depth on the team, are going both ways. And as we said in our first game with Grosse Pointe North, it's just difficult at the end of the game when you've got teams or got kids going both ways.
Well, and this is a little bit different in the sense that they run a wide open offense. So if you're a linebacker or a defensive, you're running all over the place. And if you're playing offense also, you just run out of energy.
Quick pitch out to Embry. He's got some space. Good move. And he's down all the way inside the 15-yard line.
Wow, that was a move.
Tackled there by 55 Andrew Schweihofer, but boy, he put some nice moves there on that swing pass, and he gained 20 of those yards all by his lonesome.
Yep.
First and 10 on the 12. They have an opportunity to get a first down. It's an impressive drive, given they've had 3 penalties already, and they've just kind of worked through the penalties and continue to move the football.
You know, from up here, that's a big offensive line.
Yes, it is.
You know, they're unbalanced.
Embry again has room to his right, cuts it, and he's down all the way.
Embry brought down.
Looks like inside the 1, just a foot maybe away from the goal line. So that's a first down, first and goal to goal at the 1-foot line. And the way this line's been pushing, you don't think this is going to be a difficult scenario for Tower. And you're right, they are large up front.
Unbalanced again to the right.
Strong right. Ostrakis follows that line into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Derek Ostrakis. And he really wasn't touched until he's about 2 yards into the end zone that time. Impressive drive by Tower, and they lead 6-0.
6'3", 235.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll get you some.
6'2", 230.
Yeah.
We're reading off the
6 foot 240.
the sizes of the Tower alignment, and there's some good-sized kids up there. Number 21, Xavier Allen, who's a straight-on kicker. High snap, bobbled.
Yep.
And that's going to be
there you go.
Smeared by the Saints. Once that snap was high and bobbled, throws off the timing, and nothing good happens to the kicker.
Well, and it looked like he was trying to reach for it so he could set it up again, but what really happens is that's a sign. You have to go. Just pick it up and run or throw.
Right. Because the kicker, once he's already made a step, there's no way he can get back in, especially a straight-on kicker, can get back in and make any kind of effort. Still, impressive drive by Tower as they move the ball very easily down the field against the Saints. Once again, Allen will kick it deep to Buslip, Simonian, and let's see who's in for Ethan White. Hard to tell from here. It looks like it might be Logan Ellis. Allen, again in the air, down to about the 20. All the way across the field, runs into his own player, and
Simonian with the return.
Jaden Simonian gets the return, and it stopped at about the 25-yard line. Saints will be ready. Logan Ellis again bringing this team out. And this is a time to respond. Tower made a very nice drive, and you'd like to see the Saints move the ball a little bit offensively here.
Trevor Gregg over the ball at center.
Good snap. And not a lot of room. That was 55 again. Maki Brand and Logan Ellis didn't get much yards and not much push. As we've noted many times, Logan Ellis comes all the way over to the offensive coordinator to get the play call for each play. Brings it in, and the Saints line up. This is an interesting formation. I haven't seen this many people in the backfield usually.
No.
Ellis.
Okay.
This is more of a straight option, get some room, and actually got about 5 yards that time. Out to close to the 30.
Brought down by Jarius Perkins.
Perkins with a tackle. That was a called quarterback run on that option. And we saw Saints had some success with that against Grosse Pointe North a couple weeks ago.
They did, and I believe they did against Cousino also.
Number 23, Bo Becker comes in. Saints with a third and about 5.5, 6 yards. They have to get to the 35. They're just short of the 25. Just short of the 30, I'm sorry. Hall in motion. Fake to Hall. Quick slant, and that's a little bit high for Buslip. And well covered actually by number 21 for the Titans, Xavier Allen. Again, the Saints will have to punt. Logan Ellis, left-footed kicker, the kind that Bill Belichick likes.
The ball spins differently.
Ball spins differently, according to Bill.
Yep.
And
if he kicks it like he did the first time, we'll take it.
Yes, it spun just nicely that time. Ellis, snap. High punt. That's going to bounce.
Oops, wrong way. There you go.
And comes to rest at about the 46-yard line. Saints cover. And actually smart move by the Titan.
Yes.
Return man. That high floating kick, you really don't want to have to worry about trying to catch that.
People get down there really quickly.
And so, once again, with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, you're watching St. Clair Saints varsity football here on CTV, community television in St. Clair and Marine City. John Carter along with Denny White. And we've been lucky as we have our rooftop perch in the penthouse, but both the games we've done so far have been just beautiful.
Have been, yes.
Not sure what's going to happen in a couple weeks.
Don't want to think about it.
But this has been fine, and couldn't ask for much better weather for football.
Absolutely.
Ostrakis in the backfield is Nice pass that
Nice
time,
pass,
and that
nice
was
catch.
well thrown to number 15. That's Micah Simmons.
Brought down by Piper Zach.
And the Tower seems to have a bevy of quick
They do.
receivers.
Yes. Now, Chris Piperzak had the coverage there, but there's not a whole lot you can do unless you let him get behind you. And you certainly don't want that to happen.
Yeah, a little fake inside, and then holds the linebackers, and the safety has to recognize and honor that speed. You were talking last week about, or 2 weeks ago, about making sure people stay in front of you, and not much you can do about that. Ostrakis fakes it at the time, give it to Embry. He's got some room over there, and good tackle.
Yeah.
Embry with the carry. Brought down by Simonian.
Jaden Simonian makes a tackle, but he gets about 5 or 6 yards there. And Jaden made a good play because that kid's quick and brought him down, but unfortunately it was after a considerable gain.
Well, and that's what you're going to say on the recap is that the good news is that the cornerback made the tackle. The bad news is it was the cornerback.
8 yards downfield.
Yes.
Again, spread out here to the left. McKissick and Simmons. Ostrakis, lots of time, and wide open is number 15. That was Micah Simmons.
He was wide open, yeah.
There was no one there. That play took a while to develop, but he had the time. And Ostrakis did not miss him.
He was just calm in the pocket. It wasn't even a pocket. He was back there by himself. Here,
Let's
see
take a
where
look
he
at
comes
this.
from.
It's got to come from the right,
Yep.
and he just kind of drifts through the middle there, and the Saints just kind of didn't pick him up. And by the time he caught it in stride, there was no catching him. So that play took a long time to develop, Coach, but they had plenty of time.
Well, and if you're the linebacker and he's your responsibility and he blocks for a count or two, then you think, well, it's a run.
Ostrakis, and stopped short of the goal line, so the Saints hold.
Gets brought down.
And that makes the 2-point conversion.
Conversion is no good. Brought down by Matt Bussell.
No good. Bussell again with a tackle.
2:39 to go in the first.
And actually a number of Saints were involved in that. That was a good play as Ostrakis stumbled just a little bit as he went to his left. And he's coming off the field a little gimpy. 2 straight impressive drives by Warren Woods Tower, and they lead with 2 minutes 39 seconds left. Makes it 12-0, and the Saints have yet to get a first down.
They certainly have a high-functioning offense. They got many options here.
Right, because we've seen Embry do a very nice job running the ball when he has a chance, and when Ostrakis has the kind of time he's had to sit back and survey the field, kind of makes you look like Peyton Manning back in the day.
Ellis, Simonian, 8 for the Saints.
Ellis, Simonian, and Buslip are deep. Allen, I think they might move up a little bit. He's not going to kick it very deep with that straight-on style. And again,
Kicks it to Simonian again.
Jaden up to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Simonian gets it back to about the 31. First down, St. Clair.
Actually, best field position for the Saints. Let's see if they can take some advantage of it. Greg bringing out the football. Just still looks odd.
It's different, yes. Well, and then the official just puts his toe right there, and the ball goes in front of that. And if you want to see strange things happen, toss the official the ball. Watch him try to get out of the way.
Yeah. Up the middle, there's some room there.
Yeah, nice run.
Good run.
Strong run.
Hall with the carry, brought down by 21. Xavier.
Alex Hall.
Alex Hall with the carry that time, playing from fullback. And that's the best run so far for Saints, right at the middle. You have to think Greg and Dolan. Moselle did a nice job.
Yep.
Didn't quite get the replay there, but let's give credit to the offensive line. Pennywell, Patterson, all doing a nice job. Snap back for Ellis. Ellis kind of getting around in the hole there, but
Was a little crowded where he wanted to go.
yes, he couldn't find a crease, but leaves Saints with a 3rd and about 2, and boy, this is They need to do something here.
Yes, yep.
Quick.
This is a great time. Yep.
Trying to get started quickly. You got to think this might be another
Yep, you got to make
option.
them jump.
Wouldn't jump, so now Ellis will call play. Snap, handoff, and did not get it. Number 70, Jarius Perkins, and number 24. We don't have a number 4 made to play there, and stop Logan Ellis with just about a yard gain. So that makes it 4th and 1 from the 40. Given that Logan's a running back, wouldn't be out of the question to try something here.
Yep, true.
That's Logan Ellis, deep. No, punts it, high left-footed punt. Embry calls fair catch and makes it at the 36.
36-yard line. First and 10 Titans.
That's first and 10 Titans, and still with 30 seconds left in the first half, or first quarter, I should say. And the Titans outgained the Saints probably close to 100 to 10 at this point.
I would say that, yeah. This is a well-disciplined, both offense and defense. Those linemen are, A, they open holes, and B, they close holes.
Yes. And impressed with Ostrakis and his coterie of receivers here, as they found a lot of open spots in the St. Clair defense. Embry's in the backfield with Ostrakis. Oh, that time bobbles it, but he's got room.
That's what happens.
And good tackle.
Good, yep.
Ostrakis scrambles out to the 39-yard line. Fullbacker with the tackle. Second down.
Better tackle. But unfortunately, as you say, sometimes when it's bobbled like that, the defense essentially overruns the quarterback.
Yep.
And there was a lot of space out there for him. Well, that'll be the end of the first half. First quarter, I said that twice now. First quarter.
Warrenwood
Tower
St. Clair 0.
leads Saints 12-0. We'll be back in just a moment after a word from our sponsors.
Getting to a high school sporting event comes with great responsibility. Conduct yourself responsibly. To be good sport. School sports, educational athletics. Depends on the atmosphere of respect for opponents, especially business. Sports, respect their sports.
St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC wants to welcome you back.
And we've taken all necessary precautions to keep our customers safe and comfortable.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Lease a Chevy Equinox for $268 a month.
Just sign and drive.
Or choose the all-new Buick Encore GX for $209 a month. Even lease a GMC Acadia $229 a month.
And we'll deliver to your home or office. Plus, shop all our inventory online.
We are way closer than you think.
Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your local Ace Hardware store, and is located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair. Ace Hardware in St. Clair now features Carhartt clothing, coats, pants, everything Carhartt. And look now, they also have the Big Green Egg, Weber grills, and of course, all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. It's all at Ace Hardware on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair.
Welcome back, everyone. John Carter along with Coach Denny White. Tower misfired on a quick hitter pass. That last play makes it 3rd and about 7 for first down. And it'd be nice to have the Saints put together a stop here, get the ball back for their offense. Ostrakis, about 5 yards deep. Embry's in the backfield with him. Ostrakis get a little bit of pressure. Good catch, though, in the middle. That was number 17, Jeloni Harvey, and that's about 4th or 5th kid. Different kid that's caught passes. And honestly, very unusual in high school. You don't normally see.
Usually see the one guy.
Yes.
Yep.
But this team has a number of receivers that it trusts, and wide open in the middle. And Ostrakis found him.
Well, and it's a critical combination. You get the wide receivers who occupy the backs, and then once the little scat back gets a hole, then you're back to the 8-10 yards gain because the backs are occupied.
And once again, that unbalanced line to the right, what that means is there's 3 offensive players to the right-hand side of the center, and they've been, Mattel certainly seems they run that direction.
And they pulled the guard who was to the left of the center.
Just to have one more out there. Chris Piperzak with the tackle from his defensive back position. And didn't seem like much, but that was a 6-yard gain. And that's been the issue, is that the Saints are making tackles, but it's well down the field.
Yeah, if you can take 6 yards at a time, it doesn't take long to end up being the dominant team.
Once again, that unbalanced line, strong right. At some point, you know they're going to go back to the left-hand side, as the Saints will look at overloading that side. Oh, another good crossing route, and he's got some speed. 15. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Warrenwood's Tower. And that was Micah Simmons. Very similar play to what they just scored on. He comes across the field, basically, you should say fakes, and then just has wide open. Let's see if he fakes a block. Number 15 is down on the right-hand side here. Is the inside player of the 2 split. No, he just kind of runs across, and
linebacker missed the chuck.
But it's tough for a linebacker to stay up with a quick receiver.
It's not going to happen with a
quick wide receiver.
If you don't get him right at the line, you're not going to get him.
All right, Allen again will try the extra point. This is about the only thing the Saints have been able to foil Tower on, and that one's through and good. So Xavier Allen with the straight ahead kick, and that makes it 19-0 Tower. And it's really difficult to defend a team that can run and pass with equal ability. Saints will be back receiving the kickoff already, the 4th kickoff that the Saints have received, which is not really the way you want to have this go. Ball slip again is deep, flanked by Simonian and Logan Ellis.
Okay, what are the odds that the ball goes to Simonian?
Well, we just switched, so let's see.
Okay.
Xavier Allen, ready to kick off. That one's a little bit deeper. And it's out of bounds, though. And that will help the Saints. Good judgment by Ellis that time, letting the ball bounce. But you're right, it would have gone to him. To whoever's the receiving back on the left-hand side of our formation, the ball's going to him. Saints had the ball in their 35 and still looking for a first down. In the past couple of games, the Saints defense has really kept them in the game. This game, that's not happening as Tower is dominating on both the offensive and defensive lines. Hall with a gain of about 2 probably. Just not a lot of room in the middle of that line, and if you can't do anything in the middle of the line, it just makes it very difficult to pass or to do some wider plays. 2nd down and 8. Ellis under center this time. Hands it off to brother Logan. Hard run.
Nice block by Maddox Moselle. He sealed off that tackle. Nice job.
Got about 3. That leaves a 3rd down and about 4 for the Saints. They're on their 41. Need to get to about the 45. Logan Wall comes in, replacing Bo Becker. Saints trying to rotate players in and out to avoid that fatigue we mentioned before. Full house backfield. Logan Ellis in motion. And, I'm sorry, Logan Ellis takes the ball and gets up to about the, oh boy, let's see, they're going to call him at the 49, it looks like, 49 and a half.
What a penalty.
That's in a place where it's normally either a face mask or holding. No cut block against St. Clair.
I think if you had a chance to see that, I think the blocker tripped.
Oh, it went and ended up inadvertently going low, but it's still, especially in high school football, it's a call that's going to be made.
Yep.
And what we mean there is that certain places on the field you can't do a low block on a defensive player. So instead of a fourth and about a foot, Warren Woods Tower coach Al Gulick elects to send the Saints back, which is probably a pretty good call, given the Saints have not been able to move the ball in any big chunks. Logan Ellis. And I think that's going to be some movement on St. Clair.
Ball started on St. Clair.
2 straight penalties, moving the ball farther back. Now it's 3rd and 2 times a while to get to the first down. The Saints are inside their own 25, need to get to the 45. Hold on. And the Saints going to call a timeout.
Timeout, St. Clair.
Well, Saints have a couple of home games left here this year, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody come out. Roseville is next week. Roseville, one of the top teams in this league, and unfortunately, a team that beat Tower earlier this year. And then Saints finish with their longtime rivals, Marysville, and then on to the playoffs. And coach, playoffs a little bit different this year in that all teams qualify.
Everybody qualifies, so you're just trying to get your ranking in there to determine who you play.
So what that means is there'll be seeding, and the higher seeded teams will host a pre-district game. And obviously this would be one of the key games, these next 3 games really for the Saints, already 1 and 2. They're going to need to win a couple of them to be able to host the playoff game. All right, 3rd and a whole bunch. Ellis drops, looks for his good run there by Logan Ellis, all the way out to the 48-yard line. Luke Ellis with a terrific run.
What a great decision. We saw that right away.
I think that was a called quarterback draw, and I'm going to confuse Luke and Logan Ellis. The L's and the Ellis is just a difficult one, so I apologize, but that was Luke Ellis from quarterback with a called run and just a great quarterback draw, and gained that 25+ yards back.
That creates some excitement up here in the stands.
A little bit. And we had mentioned this, that's their first down, and they get it when it's 3rd and 25. Ellis again, pitches, and good play.
Logan Ellis.
That's number 2, Deshaun Starks, and well covered as the Saints ran the option brother to brother, but not much there.
No.
And Tower looks like it has some good team speed. And
I think that they do, and they're really well disciplined on defense. It's like you're not, someone's assigned to the quarterback. You're not going to fool him by the fake pitch or the pitch, because he has a job to do and he does it.
Again, that full house. Logan Ellis.
Nice run.
Logan Ellis
It's about 4 or 5. Makes it a reasonable 3rd down, and I think we're definitely into 4th down territories at this point. 3rd and about 5 or so. And the Saints can really think about 2 plays to get there this time. This has been the first, I think, offensive activity for the Saints where you feel there's a little bit of momentum and a little bit of success in what they're trying to do. Lots of activity to the right. Ellis pulls it down, takes it under, and gets very close to the first down. It kind of depends on where they mark him going out of bounds. He might be just a little bit short.
43. It's going to be fourth and about a yard.
Luke was about a yard short, so 4th and a yard for St. Clair. And they are going to go for it here. Griffin with the call in to Ellis. Counting down there for the back judge, and that's going to be, and it just took too long.
Yep, took too long.
Gonna delay a game on the Saints. Move back 4th and 6.
And that's one of the difficulties sometimes that calling that play from the sideline is that there wasn't good communication, and it resulted in a delay of game penalty, and it looks like the Saints are going to be forced to punt. As mentioned, Tower leads 19-0. 7 minutes left here in the first half.
Ellis back to punt. Every heat for the Titans.
Ellis, that one off the side of his foot, but going to get a good hop and going to end up being pretty good down there to about the 17-yard line. Again, Embry let it go.
16-yard line, 1st and 10 Titans.
And it'll be 1st down and 10 for Warren Woods Tower. And they've completely dominated here, offensively and defensively. And Saints need to make some stands. Derek Ostrakis, senior quarterback, 6'1", 187, comes out. And we've noted some good-sized players on this Tower roster, and particularly in their offensive and defensive lines. Ostrakis, quick pass, and that was a difficult catch. Number 4, Kenneth McKissick. I mean, it's just difficult because normally you want to, as a running back, catch that pass kind of going forward.
Yes.
You hate to turn around and with a linebacker bearing down on you, not be able to see him. But completed, gain of about 2 or 3. Make it 2nd down and 8. Embry. No, I'm sorry, that's number 33, Javon Hollis, in for the first time.
Hollis with some carry. Brought down by Bo Becker.
Becker with a tackle.
It'll be 3rd and about 8.
And once again, we have another player coming off with a little bit of a issue. Chris Piperzak. Ostrakis, swing pass, and room. I think he stepped out of bounds at about the 40.
Ostrakis to Embry.
Omari Embry. When he turns that corner, he turns on the Jets.
Definitely does.
And it was fortunate that he stepped out of bounds. Fortunate for St. Clair that he stepped out of bounds, because I don't believe anybody was catching him.
I think you're right.
Embry's a sophomore, and with very solid moves, speed, and hands.
That explains why they didn't bring up the guy we saw last night.
Well, Tower out to the 40.
Oh.
Another pass over the middle and open. Here's number 4, Kenneth McKissick.
Kenneth McKissick.
Tackled by Buslip.
Brought down by Buslip, gaining about 7.
That little cross he wrote in the middle has just been open. I think part of it is our linebackers are cheating up a bit because the running attack's been so successful.
Yep.
And it just leaves that space between the defensive backfield and the linebackers, and Tower is exploiting it.
Well, and I think, like you mentioned, when you can do everything well, what do you do as a defensive coordinator? What do you decide to stop?
And as a defensive player, you're always concerned, what am I going to do? I think that time the Saints broke the line of scrimmage. That's going to be encroachment.
Clair.
And makes it, I think that probably will be a first down, it looks like. Yep, first down.
First down.
On the Saints side of the 50.
Actually, isn't the NBA championship on tonight? Oh, maybe I'll watch that instead.
Tower, first and 10 on the 49. St. Clair. Oh, the snap is over the head of Ostrakis, still free. This is going to be who wants it more at the bottom of the pile. I think the Saints have it.
Good deal. That was a great effort to go after that ball.
Andrew Schweihofer makes the recovery. And that's the first mistake, really, that Tower has made. The snap was a little high and outside, and Ostrakis looked like he had it for a second, and then, as often happens with a football, it squirts out. And the Saints are set up offensively at the 29-yard line of Tower, and let's see if we can capitalize this time.
A spark.
Defense provides a spark. Ellis sends Logan Ellis in motion. Luke Ellis gets up to the 25 or so. And he's been, frankly, Saints' most successful running back tonight.
Ellis with the carry.
You know, last year as a sophomore he was up here, but he was their fullback. So he's experienced that running into the line for a couple of years now.
Well, he's a powerfully built, compact, which is a nice word for running back, and low center of gravity, and he's very effective.
Plus, he's really smart. The instincts are great.
That's Logan Ellis this time with a hard run, and he finishes at the 21.
Logan Ellis with the carry.
Just short of a first down,
Knocked out of
but
bounds
two
at
good
the
positive runs for the Ellis brothers.
Third down.
It'll be third and about 1.5. Saints definitely in 4-down territory. Want to avoid the penalty that hurt us last time. Buslip to the right. Luke Ellis with Logan behind him. And gets a nice cut to the middle and gets the first down. Luke Ellis made a smart cut that time because there wasn't any room.
Again, he saw that little crease in there.
First down.
There was not much room where that play was designed, but Ellis was quick enough and smart enough to see the opening and got the yardage necessary for a first down. It'll be first and 10. Saints at the 16-yard line of Tower. Go! A shift. Ellis, high snap, and unfortunately he is engulfed. That just threw off the timing of the play, but and unfortunately, once that happened,
Ellis brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Ellis really didn't have much of an opportunity. And that's going to make it second and let's call it 14. And boy, you hate to give up yardage in this situation.
You just have to make it up this time.
Ball back to the 20. Saints have to get to approximately the 7. between the 6 and the 7 for a first down. Ellis rolls to his right, open, and just overthrew. I think that was
Ellis' pass is
McCartney, maybe?
intended for Alex Hall.
No, Hall.
3rd and 14.
Just kind of put that out too far. He was open, just a little bit too far in front of him. Down under 3 minutes, not really an issue of time yet, but the Saints need a score here to kind of build some momentum for the halftime and then into the third quarter. 3rd and 14, and probably again thinking about let's get half of this and have a reasonable 4th down. Ellis. Deep pass.
Receiver.
In the air. And just incomplete. Broken up nicely by Tower.
Ellis' pass to McCartney is knocked down.
McCartney and Buslip are both back there.
Down.
And good defensive play by the backs for Tower.
Not something you see very often, 2 receivers in the same place, because then they brought 3 defenders.
There were a lot of white shirts there. All right, now you got to go to your 4th and 14 plays.
That's right. There are not a lot of those.
There's usually a dearth of those if you're an offensive coordinator. All right. Ellis, lots of time. Throws it off his foot.
Uh-oh.
And picked off by Tower. That was number 21, Xavier Allen, the kicker. And really, honestly, nothing you could do. That you're going to try to make a play, and it's 4th down. There was a flag after change of possession there. Referee and one of the other officials conferring. Usually what happens in there is a block in the back of some sort. It definitely looked like the flag happened after the change of possession. Looks like they're talking, though, to the Tower coaches. Unfortunately, unlike the NFL, there's no mics on the referees, so we're going to have to just guess as to what's going on. But clearly, the turnover stands, interception for Tower, and they will take over at about the 24-yard line. Saints' deepest incursion did not result in a score.
Okay, spark from the defense. The only reason you can't get another one.
That's correct. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. Still plenty of time. Ostrakis, good snap that time. Under pressure, breaks free, but he's tackled at, let's see, about the 26-27. Good pressure by the Saints defense that time.
Picks up a couple yards, brought down by Aiden Gadke.
Aiden Gadke made the tackle. Maybe 2nd and about 6 or so, 7. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And the first half dominated by Warren Woods Tower. Kind of surprised if Ostrakis, no, he's going to throw it. A little surprising. Good throw, good catch. And again, that middle is very vulnerable right now.
It is. Yes, it is. Yep. It's like they're playing a zone, and they find the soft spot in the zone.
Karkouli makes the tackle, makes the catch. Tackled, I think, by Aiden Gedke again. And Tower calls timeout. And they're thinking, minute 31, let's be aggressive.
Yes, they want to score again before halftime, and St. Clair was desperate to keep them at 19. $25 or 26 is psychologically different than 19.
Yes. We mentioned Saints' next opponents. We're going to see Roseville at home in a kind of a switched around schedule that was originally going to be a out of MAC league game, and because they're trying to make the MAC league games count, Roseville was moved in there as a gold game for us, and then finally we'll end with Marysville in 2 weeks, and as we mentioned, on to the first round of the playoffs. Tower comes back out. Haven't changed much, been mostly Embry along with Ostrakis in the backfield. Long, deep pass out for number 27. He makes a circus catch. Wow, adjusting to the pass. And they may be calling him for offensive pass interference. I don't know if we have that again.
If they do, the fans are excited because it took a long time to make the call.
Let's see this one. It's right down here at the bottom of the screen. Long pass, and you didn't really see it, but the receiver kind of pushed off as he adjusted to the ball, and that's going to move it back 15 yards for Tower. Huge break for St. Clair.
Yes.
Put it back up to the 31-yard line of the Titans.
Still first down, but now first down and 25. And most importantly, they're not down inside the Saints 20.
Yes.
I'll tell you, most times when that ball is way up in the air like that, it's the defensive back that commits the penalty,
it is.
not the offensive receiver. Ostrakis again looking to throw, even deep in his own territory, under pressure. Knocked away, and boy, that was a dangerous pass.
Sure was.
I'm not sure he realizes, and I'm thinking there's going to be a coach somewhere saying to him, we're ahead by 19 points, there's a minute left. Why are you throwing it late over the middle? Into a...
when you could run here.
Yeah, a large number of Saints players.
Yes, yes.
As I mentioned, a minute 5. Makes it 2nd and 25, and Saints only have, I think, at the most 1 timeout left, and you got to wonder at some point if they're not just going to run this out given the field position. Ostrakis, nope, still throwing, and again another deep pass, just off the fingertips of 17. That's Jeloni Harvey, and he's a long, fast receiver. Led a little bit too far to the outside, I think, here, Coach.
Yep.
Yep. Trying to catch that, stay in bounds, and couldn't quite do it. We were giving him a good cushion, and he made up that cushion quickly.
It's pretty quick. They're going to go back to, that's not the last we're going to see that.
Yeah, 6'2", 170 pounds is Jeloni Harvey, and long strides. He ate up that distance very, very quickly.
And that's not Jaden.
No.
He's not 6'2".
Yeah, automatic advantage.
Yes.
Ostrakis again. This is a quick little pass. Embry. Got some nice blocking out there, but it stopped well short of
Flips it out to Embry.
the first down.
Embry takes it out to the 43-yard line.
And the clock runs. Going to make it 4th down and still about 11 or 12. And I think the Saints might have called that timeout. Use up their last one, allow at least for some sort of potential offensive play. Don't know if they have a jailbreak punt block play, but that might be one of the things they try as well. This will be I think it's the first time that Tower has punted.
Yep.
And their snaps have been sometimes problematic.
Yes.
19-0, 48.7 seconds. We get a very precise time when it gets under a minute. Tower faced with a 4th, I should say, and 14. And they're on their own 41. And it looks like they're not in punt formation.
That does not appear to be punt formation.
Very, very surprising.
Although they could shift into it.
They could.
But it doesn't look like it.
Ostrakis signaling around. Ostrakis steps up and knocked away. Good defensive play. Let's see who that was.
Andrew Schweihofer.
Andrew Schweihofer again. Don't see many defensive linemen playing pass defense, but Andrews had a great game. That play there, as well as recovering the fumble. And the Saints hold him. And just, I'm a little surprised that there was not a punt there. Good stop by the defense.
Sometimes you get overconfident.
Yep. Helped by the big offensive interference penalty.
Yep.
And the Saints offense back on the field. 42.5 left. Luke Ellis. Reverse.
See, he stayed home.
And Buslip ran hard, but as you said, our right-hand side of the defense just did not follow the quarterback, and there wasn't a lot of room for Matt to run.
Nope.
You'd like to see is the team from playing defense flow towards the original motion and create a free side of the field, but that did not happen. There's a flag way deep into the personal foul. Oh, face mask.
Foul, face mask on the Titans.
Another big call against the Titans.
15 yards.
And that'll be a 15-yard mark-off. And the Saints are in business now. 34 seconds left, and they're going to be on the 25 at the very least. They can run something into the end zone at this point. Ellis rolls to his right.
There.
Good throw and good catch. Buslip.
Yep.
Ellis to Buslip is complete.
First down, St. Clair, down to about, what is it, 12-yard line? Well, I'm not going to have much time for replay because they're right up to the field again, but you can see Ellis rolled right. Buslip with a square out, at least that's what we used to call it.
There's another penalty.
By the officials.
Nope. You just set the ball in the wrong place.
Ellis spikes it and stops the clock.
Ellis spikes it. Second down.
Second down and 10. Stopping the clock with, let's see, 24.3. Saints just have to remember that that was a down. Sometimes that's one of the things that you don't take into your calculation. But second down and 10 on the 12. And as we said before, Saints dearly need a score in this possession. Ellis. Luke Ellis. Logan Ellis behind him. And that ball snapped directly. And down to the 1. And they stop the clock for the first down. Saints need to line up quickly, spike the ball again. And the Saints call their timeout. They did have one left. And really nice play. That was a direct snap to, I think, Jaden Simonian, right?
Looked like it.
And that puts a lot of pressure on the center because you're centering it to a person running sideways.
The timing has to be perfect. Wow.
But creative play call, and it worked. And another 12 or 13 yards for St. Clair. And they're knocking on the door.
Now, what we talked about is hopefully St. Clair could get out of here and holding Tower to 19. This would be just a cherry on top.
You almost don't, I don't know if you have time to do a run, or if you're just going to try to, it's tough here. because you've only got 17 seconds left, and in high school in particular, getting everybody lined up and ready to go in that quickly a time is not easy.
Well, and if you throw and you don't have anything, you can throw it away.
Ellis fades back.
Nope.
Well, that one a little wide of Buslip. Took only 4 seconds.
Buslip incomplete. Second down.
And the Saints have second down from, it looks like they're about a yard and a half away, give or take. Again, the Saints have to be careful. They got to get things called quickly and get up there quickly. Not a lot of time. Ellis takes it and is swamped.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if they'll be able to get another playoff now.
I don't think so.
7.
Ellis gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Down to 3. And he did. Well, no, he did not. I thought maybe he got that off. I think the official time's kept on the field. Let's see what they say. The referees confer. Our clock up here shows all zeros. It was actually a great effort to get lined up that quickly and spike the ball. Give credit to Tower. They completely swallowed up that play up the middle. Let's see what they say. Looks like they are picking it up, and that's the first half. Unfortunate for the Saints.
Yep.
And
Tower 19, St. Clair.
good opportunity goes wanting as the Saints are stymied by the clock running out on them, and Tower leads after the first 19-0, and Coach, pretty much a pretty dominant display by Tower here.
I think it was definitely dominated by Tower, but I think at the end, I think the Saints defense came alive, and there were a couple of sparks, and they were able to move the ball, even though there were some penalties on Tower. That's okay, we can take those. The yardage counts the same. They'll make the adjustments at halftime, and like I've said multiple times, it's the adjustments you make at halftime that determine the outcome of the game.
All right, everybody, we'll be back in just a couple minutes, bringing you the second half of the Saints versus the Titans.
I'm Dr. Lee Batcheldor, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future. During the coronavirus pandemic we are currently living through, Ascension River District Hospital, our associates, and the Ascension Michigan family in large are appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor our local sports teams and the live presentation of these events by CTV Cable Channel 6.
La Mache is open in the south end of St. Clair's Riverview Plaza. La Mache, an artisan's experience, soon filled with over 40 unique artisans under one roof. Individual spaces with their own vibe. Handmaids, pottery, French candies and jellies, Halloween, Christmas, candles, pottery. Walk through the halls of La Mache and see the individual booths that everyone's talking about. La Mache, an artisan's experience in the south end of the Riverview Plaza.
St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC wants to welcome you back. And we've taken all necessary precautions to keep our customers safe and comfortable.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Lease a Chevy Equinox for $268 a month.
Just sign and drive.
Or choose the all-new Buick Encore GX for $209 a month. Even lease a GMC Acadia $229 a month.
And we'll deliver to your home or office. Plus, shop all our inventory online.
We are way closer than you think.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The Inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your local Ace Hardware store, and is located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair. Ace Hardware in St. Clair now features Carhartt clothing, coats, pants, everything Carhartt. And look now, they also have the Big Green Egg, Weber grills, and of course, all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. It's all at Ace Hardware on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sablac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome back, everybody. John Carter along with Coach Denny White. And we're about to bring you the second half of the tonight's football game between the Saints of St. Clair and the Titans of Warren Woods Tower. And Coach, Saints had a golden opportunity there at the end of the first half, but just couldn't get the last play done.
Yeah, they were right there on the edge, and yep, the Tower defense is, like we talked about all first half, very disciplined, and they held on to Luke just a little longer, and that was the end of they couldn't get a play off.
Well, we wanted to also mention that this is our second live broadcast for CTV Community Television in St. Clair and Marine City. Very pleased and proud to be bringing you this game live, and it's shown in a number of the fine eating and imbibing establishments in St. Clair. And Coach, we were talking about that the MHSSA ought to really think about, once the COVID issues are gone, about doing something like this on a regular basis, because I really do think for small towns and places like St. Clair and others that having a live broadcast of a sporting event, high school sporting event, would be a very good deal.
Well, I think that's absolutely true, because you're also dealing with not once the COVID is gone, you're dealing with inclement weather, and grandparents don't really want to come out in inclement weather when you can go to a restaurant or another establishment and watch it live and watch your grandchildren. That's what you want to do.
As well as people who don't live by them as well. And I don't think it would cut down on live attendance, because going to the high school football game is still going to be a good deal, or a big deal, especially for the students, parents watching the band and everything else of that nature. All right, we're counting down the last 30 seconds before the start of the second half. The Saints will actually have to kick off here, as Tower, as always seems to happen when the team is ahead at the end of the first half. They get the ball back to start the second half. Tower certainly showed a very balanced offensive attack with Derek Ostrakis leading the way as their quarterback. He was very successful, and as we noted, Coach, unusual in high school to have that many receivers that are a part of the attack. It's usually one or two receivers in high school.
Absolutely right. He's got a stable of receivers that you just plug them in, and it's not always the same spot, the same route that's open.
As mentioned, Saints will be kicking off. It's our first chance to see Maya Freeland. And Maya did a good job last week, got a couple of extra points, and is also responsible for kickoffs.
Home debut.
Home debut. And actually, there's been a lot of very good girl kickers in high school sports. I can remember a couple years ago in Marine City, they had an excellent kicker. She, I think, had 6 or 7 extra points in the state championship game that really kind of won them the game. So Maya will kick off to deep for Tower. I think that's Embry. Kick is nicely caught, and 26 is tackled finally at the 30.
Devon Aaron with the return. It out to the 30-yard line. First down Titans.
Trying to see who made that tackle. It looks like it was maybe Alex Hall, 42. Yeah, but a good kickoff by Maya. Tower will start just short of their 30. And the Saints' last offensive series for Tower actually had the most success stopping them.
It did. This is, I wouldn't say this is critical, but this is an important series. Saints really do want to stop this.
Embry has a crease, and he gets 5.
Embry with the carry. Brought down by
Hyberzak and Becker with the tackle, but unfortunately it's that same thing we've talked about quite a bit. When your defensive backs and safeties are making the tackle, it's a 5-yard gain. And good job stepping up in the hole by Hyberzak that time. As you can see from that replay. Schweihofer and Ackett's across the front. Becker, Gazar, Gateky, and Spezia are the linebackers. Embry again. This time he's surrounded in the backfield. Number 23, Bo Becker. Number 50, Caleb Ackett's.
Number 50, Caleb Ackett.
Combined to throw the back for about a half-yard loss. And he'll make it 3rd and about 5 or 6.
That was a very quick move by Caleb Ackett's coming from his in position on the other side.
Tower starts with 2 running plays here to start the third quarter. Saints now looking to hold. Over the middle again. Ooh. That's McKissick, I believe. Nope, Micah Sanders. And that play has just been open
midfield, picks up first down.
all evening. There's the free play. He'll come from the other side, and there's a bump there by the linebacker, but there's not a good transfer of the person from one linebacker to the other.
No, and they don't. The idea is it's a timing pattern, and you want to delay the receiver, but they touch him, but they don't slow him down at all, so it doesn't change the play.
Ostrakis. That ball's on the field, but he picked it up. Derek Ostrakis recovered his own fumble, but it's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2.
Ostrakis picks up the fumble.
And we're starting to see just a little bit of kinks in the armor.
Yes,
that's mistakes that Tower was not making during the first quarter and a half. The second part of the second quarter, they were starting to get a little bit of sloppiness with the ball handling. on their own 47. They're looking at about a 2nd and 12. Derek Ostrakis gets the snap, quick out. Got Simmons again and breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Uh-oh.
And
they got him.
Good play of the angle by Buslip, but Simmons is just, he's lightning out on the right-hand side. If you miss that tackle as a defensive back, that's bad news. And this is just, he just kind of almost a screen and just could not make the tackle. And he's too quick. And that's a good job by
there should have been an offensive penalty play. The right tackle was going down when the ball was snapped. Like that.
And another false start.
Yeah.
By Tower.
There's a 15 from the 19.
Somebody has to tell the right tackle, you all should go down at the same time.
And maybe this is why Tower is 1 and 2. They're certainly, when they're clicking, they've got a lot of cylinders to click on. But they do seem to make some unforced errors, and we're seeing a couple of examples of that. Little sloppiness with the ball, and just those dead ball penalties just drive coaches nuts. Ostrakis. And that's another one. I think the offensive line is just not setting.
They're going down at different times.
Exactly.
Like,
and there's a cadence to this, and there's a rhythm to it. and your linemen should put their hands down on the ground at about the same time. That's kind of the point of this thing. That's 10 yards given up rather quickly.
Yeah, when they were down in close.
Well, still first, but 1st and 20 from the 24. They can make a first down inside the 5-yard line. Ostrakis. Lots of time. Rolls to his right. And that's that 17. Jeloni Harvey.
To Harvey.
That's a dangerous pass. I don't see how he often gets that by the hand of the defender.
Tackle, I think, by Simonian. Makes 2nd and looks like 16 for a first down. Saints would like to get a little more pressure on Ostrakis, but they're hamstrung a bit because if they start bringing linebackers, those crossing routes are going to be wide open.
It is wide open.
Derek Ostrakis takes a snap. That's Embry. And just knocked out of bounds right at the first down marker.
He is really quick.
He's quick and he's strong.
Quick. Yep. Is this the one that's the sophomore?
Yes, the 5'8", 180, 5'8", 180-pound sophomore. And there's not a lot of extra body weight there. That's chiseled.
Just
5'8",
powerful.
180. And nope, I'm sorry. It's a 3rd down and about a foot. And that was not a complicated play. They've run that play 3, 4, 5 times where Embry just, it's almost like a handoff, a long handoff.
Yep.
And he just is quick enough and strong enough to make that play on the outside. Embry cuts inside, stood up. I think that was maybe Max Schweihofer, but I think he got enough for a first down, and he did. He's down at the 3-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. First down and goal to goal at the Saints 3.
Picks up a yard.
That's all you had to pick up was that young 1 yard. Good play by Schweihofer, but unfortunately didn't have very far to go. And this is where Lane, being a defensive coordinator, is tough because they've demonstrated they can do lots of different things right here.
Yep.
Simplest would be just use that big offensive line and push straight forward. Ostrakis. Over his head again. And he's wrapped up. I think that was Andrew Schweihofer.
Snap goes through Ostrakis' hands. Brought down.
I think, like you mentioned, it's from...
Here's the replay. And
second goal.
From halfway through the second quarter, they've been self-destructive.
And that's actually not a bad snap. That went. He was looking somewhere else, and it's just like any sport. I don't care which one it is. If you're not looking at the ball when you're trying to catch it, baseball, football, basketball, it doesn't matter. You won't catch it. And he was looking downfield or looking at the running back and took his eye off the ball. Ostrakis, lots of room up the middle. And back to the original line of scrimmage, down to just inside the 5, it looks like. And they'll make it 3rd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal.
And that's been available to him quite a bit, that run up there. All right, 3rd down and 5 at the 5. No first down available. Tower has to score. Number 26 is Devon Aaron in the backfield. First time as far as I can remember. Ostrakis. Over the middle. Broken up nicely. Is that Simonian?
Simonian, yep.
Good play by the defensive back, Jade Simonian.
4th down.
That was a good defensive play.
Here's the replay, and this is well timed by Jaden because that ball was on the mark, but he just got a hand in there. That's a good play.
Yep.
That's a high-level defensive back play right there.
Great coverage.
That's down at 5. And boy, are they spread out. Ostrakis.
No.
Fakes left, and it's going to be stopped.
Good.
And the Saints.
Good job by the Saints defense.
With a good job from their defense.
Turnover on down, St. Clair ball.
Stops Warrenwood's Tower at their own 3. And the Saints defense, give them some credit. The last, as I say, quarter and a half, they played some pretty good football against a team that has a lot of offensive weapons.
Yep.
Here's the play. See pressure in the pocket, and then into the middle.
Receivers are all covered.
And
what a good deal.
That defines gang tackle.
A spark again.
Another spark, but the Saints have a long way to go, and they've got to do something offensively. Ellis to Ellis. And Logan looks like he gets about 4 yards.
Brought down about 7.
3 yards, call it. 2nd and 6 or 7. Good simple dive play, but that's a play that Saints weren't making any yardage on earlier. They're starting to see a little bit of movement.
Well, and you need that. You need success in that kind of play because you need to get some room down there.
2nd and 6, they're calling it. Ball on the 7. Ellis again, and that one stuffed.
They got sprung that one out.
Logan Ellis.
Number 53, Dominic Johnson. We've called his names a couple of times, and he plays linebacker for Tower and is a good defensive player. Got a yard that time, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. Saints would dearly love to get a first down here and, as you say, create some room for themselves. Don't want to be punting from your end zone here if you don't have to. Ellis, high snap. Takes it. Looks like he's going to be just short. They had to get to the 14. It looks like it's going to be marked on about the 12.
Just short of the first down. 4th down.
And you just can't risk it here.
No.
You need to count on your defense once again. Logan Ellis will be deep in punt formation. He is punting with the wind in this direction. Snap. And good hard punt. And got over.
Good.
It's over.
Nice bounce.
The running back picks it up at the 28. And tapped away, but fumbles out of bounds. That was.
Scoops it up in his own.
Let's remember that play in case good things happen, but that's a heck of a punt by Logan Ellis.
Certainly was.
From his own end zone, that ball is picked up at about the 28-yard line. So do the math, folks. 72 yards. That punt covered. And it's stripped and knocked out of bounds. As you can see at the end, the the punt returner goes back, gets surrounded, and it's knocked out.
Boy, it's there.
But just ends up just out of bounds, and the Saints will play defense once again. Tower ball on their 32. Ostrakis.
False start. Move the Titans back 5.
They're going to watch this film and they're going to go, how many yards did we lose?
You
just
see it right there.
Do it right?
Yep. And I understand that tackle's pulling, but he's pulling at least a beat ahead of the snap.
It becomes a little obvious.
And when you got a number starting with 5, you're not allowed to be emotional. 5 yards backwards, and just say the coaches are going to have a lot to talk about at film session. And a lot of it's going to be in the penalty yardage category. Ostrakis takes the snap over the middle, and Harvey can't come down with it.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Jelani Harvey.
Simonian again was defending. I think gave him just a pat in the ribs. That was kind of an awkward catch, a little bit behind him, and I think he twisted in a way that caused him discomfort.
Well, and I think it's also, if you're a receiver and you go across and you know that the defender's coming and it's over your head and you put both hands up in the air, that's a lot of unprotected space.
Yes.
Shoulder pads to make contact with.
That's why they defined it as alligator arms a lot of times.
Yes.
Ostrakis fakes. Now he's got some room. Derek Ostrakis, big strong kid, and he's down, and has a first down at the 45. And as you've said many times, the defense doesn't account for the quarterback.
No, does not.
And when they spread out like that, as you can see, there's lots of room up there. And Ostrakis is a big enough kid that he gets going, there's a head of steam out there. First and 10 for Tower at their 45. They kind of got the one step forward, two step back thing going right now.
Well, in this tackle, see, there he goes again.
And it's intercepted. Saints with a pickoff. I think that's Buslip. And we said they've been playing with fire with that pass over the middle. That was a little behind the receiver. Let's see if we got the replay here. Tower's been making a living here, but that ball is out in front of him. Couldn't make the play, and Matt Buslip in the right spot at the right time. And that's what happened when you throw the ball over the middle a lot. There's a lot of defensive shirts around there. Big play for St. Clair, and they have the ball on the Tower 42, 43. Luke Ellis. Simonian in motion. Oh boy. There's everybody moving there. They got tower disease.
Jailbreak. Yes.
False start. Move the Saints back 5.
Now I just have to shake that off and make a good call and run this play correctly. Just hate when you get a turnover like that and you have an opportunity You hate to see a mistake.
Yep, right away, yep.
And again, we have to say, a lot of kids are playing in positions they might not be that familiar with.
Yes.
We're down to, Ethan White's, Cole Brennan, they're all tailbacks are going backwards, and unfortunately, snap was bobbled.
Snap.
And another 5 yards lost.
Down at the 49 to be second and 19.
Not to make excuses here, but it's been a lot of players in and out for the Saints, and lost a couple more this evening, and there's just not hard to get the practice time than anything else, just to make sure you've got the timing down of all these plays. Ellis fakes. And he's in trouble, but gets away. Good. Oh, had it. And another penalty flag on the field. It's using a place with defensive holding. Let's see what happens here. Luke Ellis makes a nice play to get away from that rush. And that's hard to tell from that.
Talking to the tower coach.
So that usually means it's either lineman downfield or potentially offensive holding. Let's see what the call is here. Yeah, lineman downfield. And when you have a quarterback who has to evade the rush, and it's not unusual for a lineman to end up going downfield. And I think they're going to decline that penalty and take the down. Third down. They say 19. Saints have to get all the way to the 32-yard line. Ellis, again, that quarterback draw, he's got room. And he got about 9 of those yards back. Gonna make it 4th and 10. I think they'll go ahead and attempt the long 4th down attempt. No reason to punt at this point.
No.
Down to 35 seconds left in the quarter, and down 3 scores.
Well, and Luke, as we've talked about before, is a very powerful runner.
That's been certainly St. Clair's most successful play today. Probably the last play of the third quarter. Heavy right. Ellis rolls that way. He's got room. Across the middle. And it's caught.
Ellis' pass to Alex Hall.
Alex Hall with the catch.
Down at the 15-yard line.
First down, St. Clair, but
there's a flag on the play.
And again, same thing. Offensive lineman downfield.
An eligible man downfield.
And it's hard for linemen to not drift, especially when your quarterback's moving around a lot. But boy, that play hurt, because that was a great throw by Ellis. Good catch by Hall. Going to be. Yep.
Yeah, he's way downfield.
Good call.
Yep.
Can't dispute the call. It was the right call. And it'll make the Saints, force the Saints to punt. And that will be the third quarter. So, after 3 quarters, Saints trail Tower 19-0. We'll be back in just a moment for the fourth quarter.
St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC wants to welcome you back.
And we've taken all necessary precautions to keep our customers safe and comfortable.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Lease a Chevy Equinox for $268 a month.
Just sign and drive.
Or choose the all-new Buick Encore GX for $209 a month. Even lease a GMC Acadia $229 a month.
And we'll deliver to your home or office. Plus, shop all our inventory online.
We are They're way closer than you think.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to catch St. Clair in punt formation. Logan Ellis, high punt. And unfortunately, took a tower bounce.
Ellis's punt.
Covered on the play by Luke Ellis. You don't normally have your quarterback covering punts, but must needs at this point. And the Saints defense has played very well ever since really the start of the second quarter.
Yep.
Tower comes back on. At some point, though, you do worry about fatigue.
Yes, and this is the quarter, and yep.
They've been on the field a lot. Time of possession is not something we can keep, but that fumbled. Let's see. St. Clair has it. Gazar, I think. Owen Gazar makes the recovery.
Nice call by Coach Bishop. You can see him sneaking in, and there it is. Boom.
Yep. Is that Spezia or Becker? Hard to tell. But that was a hit right at the exchange, and that's really the best time to cause a fumble. And Owen Gazar burrowed in against all those big bodies and came away with a football. Saints now with a chance once again. Ball on the 38. Hall in motion. Fake to him. Here comes Ellis. Downhill run. Luke Ellis. And another Saint.
We got a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the field as well. St. Clair, Max Mazzell leaves under his own power and a personal foul against Tower. We couldn't see what happened there, but that'll tack on 15 yards for St. Clair.
It appears as if somebody may have gotten their hand inside Maddox's face mask.
Yeah.
Hey, take care of business, boy. Hey.
Saints first and 10 on the 15. Ellis. Takes snap, fake. Under pressure, gets it away.
Ellis dumps it out to Paul.
that was playground, but give Luke Ellis a lot of credit. That defensive lineman was in his face. Watch, as you can see here. Gets the snap, has time to fake, and then that lineman was there. He escapes to his right, finds Hall, and gets 5 yards out of it. So successful play for St. Clair. Saints now 2nd and 4 on the 9-yard line. Hall, Ellis, and Ellis in the backfield. Low snap, but picked up by Ellis. And completed.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful throw, Luke Ellis. Did you tell who made the catch?
Cannot, right here.
And I think it was Hall.
It does look like it.
Alex Hall. All the way on the other side of the field from us. Alex Hall on a beautiful throw. Here it is, rolls to his left. Hard way to roll. Hall sneaks out of the backfield.
And there's the defender, and it goes up and up there.
Just over him. And that's a really good catch, too, being able to keep your concentration as that defender cut in front of him. And the Saints on the board. And the Saints elect to go for 2. Ellis in the backfield. And up the middle. Let's see. Are they going to give it to him? No good. Stop just in front of the goal line.
2-point conversion is no good.
That was big number 55 for
Tower 19.
Maki Brand, who goes 6'2", 273, and
a little hard to move.
Stop Luke just a little short of the goal line, but great drive, tremendous turnover for St. Clair, and they've got some points on the board. Not out of the question here. There's still almost 11 minutes left. Saints need to hold and see what happens. Mia Freeland again will kick off. Deep is Omari Embry. And 15, I think that's Micah Simmons. Maya Freeland will be kicking off. Dangerous returners for the Titans. See if it's going to try an onside kick here. Not out of the question.
About that, yep.
Freeland approaches the ball. That's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
First and 10, Titans at 35.
First and 10, and honestly, not a bad result, to be honest.
Nope.
Those two return men are dangerous. No, on the 37. Saints defense has to step up once more. They've done the job, particularly this last quarter and a half. Ostrakis in the backfield. Takes the high snap, rolls to his right, and gets about 6 or 7 yards. And there's another penalty.
Carry, we got a flag on the play.
Aiden Gedke comes off the field.
Titans.
Offensive holding on the Titans, and they're just falling apart with penalties and turnovers over the last 2 quarters.
This is not the same team we saw in the first quarter.
Like I said, it's understandable now that they're 1 and 2
Yeah,
because
it is. Yeah.
the talent on this team, they should be doing better. And let's give some credit to the Saints, especially the Saints defense, who have done a nice job.
There's
Wide
that
open.
play again.
Ostrakis to Cooley.
Carl Cooley makes the catch. Buslett makes the tackle, but that's that
Second and 10.
little quick slant, and it's been open all evening. And as you said, you really can't have your safeties come up and start challenging that, because it would be way too simple just to blow right past them. Harvey and Simmons split out this way. In motion, sweep left. And we don't have a number for that runner. We got a number, he's 13. We don't have a name for is what I mean.
Brought down at the 40-yard line.
Nice tackle by Matt Bluslip.
Again, Bluslip's done a nice job. Interception, numerous tackles. And that makes it 3rd and they say about 7, it looks like. Nine minutes, 20 seconds left. It would be a big deal for the Saints to hold and not allow Tower to get a first down. Ostrakis. Mari Embry in the backfield. Ostrakis. Nice breakup again. Jaden Simonian has made 2 really good defensive back plays there. That was very well timed once again. And another penalty. Holding against Tower. And this is actually a little bit of a dilemma.
Yes. Yes.
And we decline the holding penalty and put them in a 4th down and 6. And they've demonstrated their willingness to play or to try for it, but looks like they're bringing in a punting team this time. Simonian be deep.
Simonian's deep for St.
Allen, 21, will be punting.
Kicking for Titans.
Short punt. Saints need to get away from it. And it takes kind of a sideways bounce and goes out just inside, right at the 30-yard line to say.
30-yard line, 8:53 to go.
With 8 minutes and 53 seconds, Saints down 19-6. That's their ball. And need to score quickly, and as I said, see what happens.
Yeah, put the defense back there and get the ball back. Get the 2-point conversion this time.
Yes. Unfortunately, Saints are against the wind, and the wind is picking up right now, and we're outside, so we can tell.
That's right, we can.
But it's not too cold, so don't feel bad for us. It's really, for this part of October in Michigan, it's okay.
We'll take it, yes.
Saints have had some success with Luke Ellis in particular running, and he's going to do it again. To his left, and he got about 4 or 5 yards. I think this is good, smart coaching, taking advantage of one of the things Luke does really well, which is run, and run hard.
Cheney after a gain of 5 seconds.
5 yards for Ellis.
Yep. The wind is blowing. You're right.
Ellis rolls a bit to his right. Throws it. Oh, boy. That was almost intercepted by Simmons. Yeah. And let's just say that was ill-advised. They probably should have run that at that point, given how long. Because what happens when you roll, all the players flow with you, and it cuts down lanes to throw into.
And there's always that dreaded lineman downfield.
Right, right. Which has happened to the Saints a couple times.
Well, in their defense, you're behind them, and they give you so many counts, and then figure it's off.
3rd down and 5. Saints ball on their own 35. Need to get to just outside the 40-yard line. Hall in motion, and that's going to be procedure.
Start on St. Clair, move back 5 yards.
And you can say it's been a strict interpretation by a lot of refs, but these are all legitimate calls. You can see the linemen come up a little bit there on the left-hand side, and it's just... And both sides. It's been both the Saints and Tower having problems with that discipline on the line. That makes it 3rd and 10. Just that much more difficult. Make the haul in the middle, and just a lot of pressure that time on Ellis, and that was more of a hope than a design play. Logan Ellis will be back punting. And again, against the wind, so you got to hope it has a good, favorable St. Clair bounce. Low, hard punt, and it did get a good bounce, and all the way down to about the 34. And really nothing Embry could do there. The ball didn't get near him, and I'm sure he was coached, don't pick it up if it's hit.
I think they were talking to him on the sideline.
And again, flag against the Saints, and they're going to bring it back.
Chop block.
Chop block on St. Clair. Yep. Well, that's too bad, because that was a good punt and a good result, and now almost certainly it'll be tower ball inside in St. Clair's territory.
And the wind is picked up and you're punting into it.
Yep. Logan Ellis now back at his 5. That went off the side of his foot, unfortunately, and it's going to be spotted. Let's see, the referee still moving, and about the 30-yard line.
30-yard line. First down.
I know the opposing coaches always dread when that referee puts his, or the official puts his hand in the air and walks down the sideline. Just saying, stop, just stop already. Excellent field position for Tower. And you got to wonder if they won't start pounding the ball a little bit.
Yeah. Another challenge for the Saints defense.
And they've risen to the challenge all evening.
Yeah.
Ostrakis. Good run, and almost 8-9 yards.
Ostrakis brought down by Christopher Piperzak after a gain of 8.
Big number 56 was out in front of him, and I mean big. Andre Tober goes, he's another 6'2", 270-pounder. And even if he doesn't hit anybody, when you have someone that large
just gets
running down the front, it gets in the way. You can't get at him. 2nd and 2. Ostrakis with Embry in the backfield with him. Ostrakis fades. Over the middle. Great catch. Holy cow.
Yep. Was a great catch. Bobbled it and held on.
Micah Simmons, that ball had some juice on it.
It did.
And give that kid some credit. That was a heck of a play. Good throw, but a really exceptional catch. Let's see. This is kind of a...
See, the defense read it. They're backing up. But there he goes. He's quick, and he just gets that. Yep, right there.
Boy, that's an outstretched hands, tipped it to himself, essentially. He's going to be thinking to himself, Odell Beckham.
Yes, he is.
Good play. Give him credit. That was a good play, good throw, and an exceptional catch. And that makes it 25-6. Again, Tower eschewing the kick and looking for 2 points. Ostrakis knocked backwards.
2-point conversion.
It was not smooth. I couldn't tell if they were trying to give it to Embry or it was just off from the start. But the result was another stopped conversion. But circus play by Micah Simmons and makes it 25-6. 7 minutes left. And the Saints, again, with an uphill battle. A lot of talent on this Tower team.
There is, and I agree with you. And it's like, what? Why are they 1 and 2? And then when you look at the penalties, you say, okay.
Penalties and the turnovers and just inexplicable plays. But this team, especially in the receiving core, there are some kids who can play. And Ostrakis has a nice arm.
He does.
That ball was on a line. All right, Xavier Allen will kick off once again. Simonian,
Kicking off for the Titans.
Buslup,
Deep for the Saints.
Logan Ellis Allen, quick kicks it to McCartney.
Yep.
And smartly, Aiden McCartney down at 45. Gets down in
44-yard line.
good field position for St. Clair. You don't necessarily want your up men handling that ball that much, and taking 45 is just fine.
Yes, absolutely right.
Luke Ellis brings the team to the line. Ball slip split out towards us. Logan Ellis got some room. Good run out to the 50.
Gary gets it out to the 49-yard line.
49, let's say. It's 5 yards. And there's a player for Power. Can't see his number. Who's on one knee. And Coach, you mentioned it doesn't get any easier for St. Clair over the next couple of weeks as Roseville tied at first place with East Point. East Point did very well against St. Clair, and Roseville beat this team easily from Tower. Now, we don't know, obviously, Tower has the ability to put points on the board but also make mistakes. And then follow that, the regular season ends with a game against Marysville, which is undefeated and playing very good football.
Things are not easy for the Saints, and when you add in the injuries, it's compounds the situation.
We got the Tower player on the field. He's trying to get up. Looks like he's going to on his own power. I think that's Omari Embry, number 10. Yes, it is.
Yep.
And we could be seeing some cramps. It's still comparatively warm. Again, players going both ways, which Embry obviously is because he's their main running back as well, and the fatigue gets to you. Logan Ellis picked up 5 yards in the first play. It makes it second down and about 5.5 to go. Saints come back on the field as they were off talking to their coaches during the injury timeout. Becker, Hall, Logan Ellis, McCartney, and Buslip. And here's Luke Ellis. Good move again, and some room up the middle. Hard run all the way down to the 30.
Luke Ellis and Scary brought down by 24, David Cheney.
Cheney with the tackle. And Omari Embry is back, which leads you to believe is probably a cramp that, as we noted, Simonian comes in, replaces Logan Ellis. And Luke Ellis has put some pretty good rushing numbers up here, I think, this evening. Empty backfield. In motion.
Timeout, St. Clair.
And
I think they're running out of time.
I think they're running out of time, and maybe a play that had some complicated motion.
Yeah.
And coaches wanted to talk about it. Many other sports, and we mentioned in St. Clair doing very well. The boys tennis team, I think, was playing regionals yesterday and today, and we're ranked in the state. The girls volleyball team, I think, is undefeated in their league and playing very well. So is the soccer team. Cross country, very successful, both boys and girls. So, as always, St. Clair Saints have a good overall athletic program, and credit to the school, the kids, and the coaches, and awful lot of success. Saints, that's their first time out. They have 2 left, and Ellis brings the team back out. 1st and 10. We're on the 32 of Tower. Simonian in motion. Luke Ellis again up the middle, and that one ran into number 70, Jarius Perkins. Another one of the stout Titans, 5'6", 255, and that's that is compact. Is what that is.
A lot of weight to try to move around.
He didn't move much. Second down and 10, no gain, maybe a loss of a half yard. It looks like. Logan Ellis with Luke Ellis in the backfield. This time to Hall. And good tackle. Number 55. That's Maki Brand again. The big senior.
Well, and it looks like the defense that they were playing in the first half has returned.
Yeah, which Saints had some success the last couple of series running the ball up the middle, but Brand and Perkins have stopped that over this last couple of plays. Ellis rolls right. Deep throw, but just led Bus up a little bit too far to the right. And just not enough room there as he moves to the sideline. That makes it 4th and 9 on the 31. And I said, given Luke's height, you really have to roll him so he gets a good look downfield. And that just makes it difficult because you really cut the field in half as to what you can use. And if you roll right and the pass is to the outside on the right, just not a lot of room. 4th and 9. And I would say this is probably last gasp for the Saints. In motion is Simonian. Low snap, but picked up nicely by Ellis to his left. And overthrows the intended receiver. That's Hall out there. And the Saints will turn it over on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Howard. We'll start on their own 31 with a fresh set of downs. And the Saints have been pretty successful tonight, Coach, moving between the 30s, but they just haven't been very successful in the red zone.
Well, and when you get down in the red zone or near the red zone, then the field is so short, then it's easier to cover the receivers, and those big bodies take up an awful lot of room in there.
Ostrakis with Embry in the backfield. No, I'm sorry, not Embry. That's number 33.
Hollis was the carry.
Javon Hollis.
40.
Tackled by Buslip. 8 or 9 yard gain there.
Logan Wall in on the tackle.
Buslip and Logan Wall.
This appears to be the keep it on the ground thought that you had earlier.
Coming up on 4 minutes. And I got to say, the Saints defenders, it's a tired bunch out there. They've been on the field an awful long time. Hollis again. And good tackle from behind.
Hollis brought down by Caleb
Ackett's. Quickness from his right end position, caught the runner from behind, but had enough to get the first down. And to be 1st and 10 for Power at their own 42. Down under 3.5 minutes, and Tower with a 25-6 lead is going to be very content to just run the ball. You would think.
Yes, you would.
That's conventional.
That would be the logical way.
Again, House bottled up. Good tackle by Andrew Schweihofer.
Andrew Schweihofer.
And he's had a good game.
He has. The Saints defense has been really, really good after that first quarter.
Yes. That was a good tackle, and gain of nothing on that play, 2nd and 10. But the clock inexorably moves towards 0, down under 2 minutes and a half, and obviously Tower taking their time. That's got to be the 4th time on that specific play where they bring the wing back in motion and the offside tackle goes in
2nd down.
motions every time. And maybe it's the design.
That's it, yeah, they may want to practice that this week. Or they may have practiced that this week.
Yeah. That makes it 2nd and 15. Bastrakis to Embry.
Uh-oh.
Right up the middle is Omar Embry, and boy, that's a quick, powerful runner all the way down to the 35, and really a last gasp tackle, I think, by...
I think it's safe to say the cramp is gone.
Yeah.
He's really quick.
Play, and that was very close to being a straight 60-yard touchdown run. As Logan may have horse-carled him a little bit there, but he got him on the ground, and that's what counts. Down to the 35. Tower moves slowly to the ball. They're probably going to wait till the back judge raises his hand, let him know that it's the last 10 seconds. Yep, there he goes. And they get ready to snap it. Bastrakis ran nowhere that time. A plethora of Saints, including Achatz and I think Spezia were both there.
Sack. Moves back 5 more.
Yep.
2nd and 15.
That's that forward handoff, and it's a little bit dangerous because you're bringing the ball towards the defense. And good play by Spezia. Down under a minute, probably just one more play. Most likely, I would think, just a kneel down at this point. And Coach, I guess in summary, some really good things from the defense tonight, and despite having a lot timeout with 30 seconds left and they had 25-6. Not sure that's in the coaching handbook either, but good defense past that first 2 or 3 possessions. The Saints kind of figured some things out, and I think played this team which has a lot of talent pretty even up.
Absolutely. I think it was 6-6 in the second half, and you can attribute an awful lot of that to the defense and the legs of Luke Ellis.
Yeah, Luke was able to keep the Saints moving up and down the field, and it kind of evened out the time of possession a bit. It's hard when you're only getting 1 or 2 first downs in the entire first half. The second half, the Saints played pretty well. We're down to 30 seconds left, presumably. Not sure why it required a timeout. I would think you just do a kneel down here and get on the bus, but who knows? That's why we're up here and they're on the field.
I think you just didn't say it loud enough.
Bastrakis gives it to Hollis. Hollis quickly tackled
and I
by, I think, Achatz again.
It's a matter of why do you run the play with the potential risk of an injury? Why don't you just kneel down? Because then you tell the officials we're going to kneel down. Nobody gets hurt.
And that should be the last play of the game, unless inexplicably they call timeout again. But good job by Towers. They knock off St. Clair on an away game, 25-6. Saints have, I think, something positive to take away with another good defensive effort. Certainly an awful lot of heart shown by Luke Ellis, but they just need a little more help offensively.
Well, and I think a lot of that, or some of it, can be attributed to the number of injuries that they have. And it's one thing to spend the week playing tackle, and then when the game comes and someone gets hurt, now you're a guard. It's a different story entirely.
And certainly the injuries at tailback have hurt the Saints. Well,
Yes.
2 more home games for St. Clair. Roseville's next, and then following up with Marysville. Saints tonight lose to Tower 25-6. John Carter along with Denny White, and we'll see you again very soon on CTV Channel 6 Community Television. Good night, everybody.